Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Sun Dream Team deadline stream with the Dream Team Tonic. How are you guys doing, Tony? You good?
All good, mate. All good. Early one today.
Yeah. To make sure I set my alarm, even though I get up early anyway. But I even set my own alarm, thinking, "Don't oversleep this." Don't. What about you, Ben? You've been having a manic morning.
Yeah, just got back from training the kids' football team, so been a mad rush. Got stuck in traffic.
My girlfriend heard your voice message. My girlfriend heard your voice message earlier saying that you were stressed out with your dream team, and she was like, "You'd love that, taking the kids to football, then dream team, then watching football."
You won't have time to do anything in the house, though.
No, I have to get a cleaner. Hello, everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining us. We're going to try and get through your questions as quick as possible. We don't anticipate there's going to be as many leaks as the last few weeks with City and Liverpool not really playing. I don't think many people are going to be going for Man United Everton in the early kickoff. And then we've only really got Solanke probably to keep an eye on for Bournemouth, Sheffield United. Crystal Palace, Luton's pretty irrelevant for Dream Team, I think. Wolves, Fulham, everyone at Wolves is injured. And then Arsenal, late kickoff. So I doubt we'll get much news, but we'll still get through as many questions as we can. So we'll start off with Martin. Dilemma time. Alvarez out either for Salah or Bowen. What's putting him off Salah is minutes against City and possible no game midweek after LFC scored 5 away. I think this is going to be our first big debate because I think we've all got different thoughts on this, haven't we? Any of you guys bringing Salah?
No, I'm not bringing Salah in this week because of exactly what he stated. He's just come back from injury. He'll play against City. And then I can't see him getting risked for that game midweek.
Yeah, what about you, Ben? You're not on Salah, are you?
Yeah, I think he'll play against City. Probably score, but I don't think he'll play against Sparta Prague. So they've got lots of games coming up that are important. So yeah, I think he'll get rested in that second game. So I'm not going to bring him in this week.
Yeah, you got stung, didn't you? By going for him early, didn't you, last time? I'm thinking of getting him in.
I brought him in against Chelsea, didn't I? Because he just scored against Brentford.
Yeah, I didn't go for it last time.
Why do you think you should get him?
There's a delay between you two.
Yeah. So this time round, my team actually looks set up fairly nicely elsewhere. Like the last time Salah came round, I felt like I couldn't take any chances on him just because I had injuries elsewhere. But this time round, I quite like the look of my team. And I'm looking at it. I definitely want him for that Man United game in the FA Cup the following week. So I'm just thinking of just getting him in now. But I do agree with you. I don't think that he's going to play in Europa League. But I do think he's going to score against City. So, yeah, it is a tough one. So what's his dilemma is Bowen. Bowen would be the guy that I would bring in if I didn't go Salah. So are you both on Bowen already, or what's your plans there?
Bringing Bowen in, I think. Nice Burnley fixture at home. And obviously the league is still... They're doing all right in the league. I think the 7th out of the West Ham. So it's important to keep winning there. So he will be playing, and the tie is in the balance midweek. So you can see 2 lots of 90 minutes for Bowen. So he's a safe option for minutes. Obviously, he's on penalties as well. Kudus. I like a look at Kudus as well.
Yes, it is a tough one. I think the logical thing does say go Bowen. I must admit for the extra minutes. I'll be getting both in. It's just deciding which one to do first, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tough decision for you Martin. But if you're after the minutes, it's probably Bowen. Yeah, I can't really give a great reason into why I want Salah over Bowen, really. But I just feel like I want him long term, and I feel like he's one of these ones that could end up getting away from me. Yeah. I think you're all right to wait until game week 29. Reece Robinson.
Yeah,
up next.
I'm going to go Bowen. I think playing up.
Oh, Ben. You got a really big delay. I think. Is it me,
terrible.
No, it's Ben. He's yeah. There's a big delay, mate. You probably need to reset your router or something. It's so far behind.
Shall I bring you back in a minute, Ben?
All right. Yeah, give me 5 minutes.
All right.
Go on,
Reece Robinson. Hey, mate, thoughts on cash for Saliba and Rodri for Souček, who I'll probably sell next week for a Chelsea defender and attacker, as they have 3-4 weeks of decent fixtures, looking to get players in. Cash for Saliba. So Saliba, you'd have to get out, wouldn't you, for the following week for the blank. Rodri for Souček.
They're very random transfers. I'd leave Saliba in for this week. 2 decent home games. Obviously, they need to turn the Porto tie around, and Brentford at home. Every Premier League game is a massive game for Arsenal, so there's not going to be any resting. And Rodri out for Souček. Oh no, sorry, Rodri in for Souček. I'm guessing that is.
Yeah, I read that as actually Saliba in for cash, and Souček in for Rodri. I thought, but yeah, it must be the other way around. Let us know. Let us know which way around you mean. Reece, and we'll get back to that one. Kai Morgan. Main thing is Doku to Kudus. Mini league mate has Bowen, so try not to have the same team. Then I have to take out KDB for Salah, pretty much single fixtures for both Ake. Or Ake for Gabriel. I'm doing Ake to Gabriel in my team, even though he has got the blank. I just don't think there's any inspiring defenders this week. I tried to look at West Ham, I tried to look at Villa, but Emerson, injury doubt now, and Konsa got himself sent off, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that's sort of the 2 main ones I liked at West Ham and Aston Villa. You've been big on Kudus, haven't you?
Yeah, love him. I had him in before he went to AFCON. Did well for me. He's good on the scoring matrix. Even if he doesn't score, he's usually grabbing all the bonus points, shots on target, chances created. He's very good. He's quite high up in the overall points scoring as well, even though he did miss for AFCON. So, yeah, I'm possibly at the minute, because I've been Solanke all this time for 12 man. I have actually at this minute got it on Kudus. So that's what I think of him. So Doku to Kudus is a good transfer in my opinion.
He's outscored Bowen. Kudus outscored Bowen the last 2 matches. So in the Premier League match, it was Kudus 9 points, Bowen 5, and then in the Europa League match, Kudus was on 6 to Bowen's 4.
Yeah, I think obviously I don't think Bowen scored in either of them games, did he?
No.
I think with Bowen, you're more relying on the goals. I think with Kudus, you're getting a bit more for your money. So both if possible. So I think that's a nice fixture at home to Burnley. Burnley really are struggling now. And then Freiburg, you'd expect them to go hell for leather to try and overturn that 1-0 deficit.
Burnley have got to get a result eventually, haven't they?
I hope not.
I'm just looking at now. It's on their fixtures. It's just a string of L's basically, with a couple draws thrown in. Yeah. Not looking good for them. So Kudus and Bowen both picks. But if your mate's got Bowen, I wouldn't hesitate to get Kudus to try and be different. Could end up all right. Amelia, Good morning. Is too much being made of blank 28 for Arsenal defence, considering City only have 2 fixtures in the next 3? Liverpool are subject to rotation with more difficult fixtures on paper. What do you reckon, Tony?
Yeah, it's a really good point. So much so that at this moment in time, I've got Gabriel coming in this week. I'll probably take him back out next week for his blank.
Yeah.
But I'm not scared of if injuries dictate that maybe I have to hold or I lose a game next week, because, like you said, City are singling and Liverpool, like, there's going to be some massive rotation in that second game with the 5-1 win. The likes of Van Dijk and Robertson, even if they do play any part, they're not going to probably play enough minutes to get a clean sheet or anything like that. So, yeah, Gabriel, I think Saliba, Ben White, Kiwior, they're all good options this week.
It's not terrible, is it? Like, that's why I'm doing Ake, because I'm looking at, obviously Ake's got 2 singles, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Ake played Liverpool and then was benched in the FA Cup, and then Vardiol played that one. So then if you're going to get 2 for Gabriel this week versus Ake, you might end up actually better off even if you kept him potentially. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it's. I think I've talked to quite a few people this week, and I'm happy to just carry Saka through the blank. I think. Yeah,
definitely.
Just because these 2 fixtures are that good. So yeah, I kind of agree there. Connor Tobin, what's up, mate? Been joining us for all of these. One of our Patreon members. Kudus in for Gross or Kelleher in for Petrovic. He's already doing Connor Bradley in for Trippier. Trippier's been poor, and lately he's injured now.
Yeah. See, Bradley's one as well that might get rested for that second game, because he's become pretty important, hasn't he, to Liverpool with Trent being out. But I mean, it makes sense to transfer, definitely long term anyway, until Trent's back. Kudos in for Gross. Yeah, I can see that. You do know that Gross is someone that's been, biting everyone in the arse. As soon as people took him back out, he started to haul. Not the greatest performances from Brighton over in Rome, but 2 home games, Forest, and then obviously they're going to try and make amends their own game. I'd like to get Kudos in. I'd like to see the rest of your team though before taking Gross out.
I'd still keep. I think I'd still keep Gross in. Surely Gross is. I've seen people worried if he's going to get rotated for the second one. It was first rest in about 10 game weeks the other day. And there's no way that they can have. There's no way they can play their second leg of a European fixture and just go out on a whimper and rotate.
Yeah.
In front of their home fans. There's no way.
No, they need to save a bit of face, don't they?
Yeah. We have got a super chat here, and I actually know. It's a super sticker, actually. I don't think there's a question attached. So if you want to get a question in, Carl, get a question in. But cheers for your super chat there. I don't think there's no way they can have just Gross on the bench and bench their best players in that second leg. I don't think that'll go down well at all, will it?
No, I don't think so.
Here you go. Here's Carl's question. So cheers for the super chat, mate. Who are our captains? I'm on Saka at the moment.
Yeah.
Me, I think I'm going to go Saka, yeah.
That's much better, Ben.
Yeah. I think it was the YouTube interfering. I can't log into the StreamYard for some reason to see the chat, so I've just turned the YouTube off. I think I'm going to go Saka, but I am a bit worried about him being taken off early like he was against Sheffield United in the first game. But if the game's still pretty tight, maybe a 1-0, I think he'll stay on. So, yeah, I'm going to go for Saka.
Yeah, I'm currently sat on Saka. I literally changed it about 10 minutes ago from Bowen. I know what you're saying about the the early withdrawal, but I think that'll only happen if they're 3 or 4 up. And if they are 3 or 4 up, you'll be hoping that Saka's been involved in them. Yeah. So I'm currently on Saka, but I don't want to be telling you any lies. That could change at any point.
Yeah, he was on 2 assists by half time against Sheffield United. I know Sheffield United's not the best opponent, but yeah, I think he's always going to be a threat, isn't he? We've got Cal. Any news on Salah? No news really, but obviously he was good enough to come on, wasn't he, for 16 minutes or whatever it was. I don't know if you saw that goal. That looked onside to me. I don't know if you saw the Salah goal that was disallowed. It's weird.
I didn't see it.
I just seen a screenshot of someone who'd drawn a very very bent line on it.
Yeah, no real news, but I'd have to say, if you had to guess, he starts City, surely, wouldn't you say? It's the biggest game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Just so everyone knows, this is a can of Monster, and it's not an alcoholic beverage. It is too early even for me. Unless I'm on a football away day or I'm in a foreign country, I'm not drinking this time. Just so you know.
Even I had to ask that, didn't I, before we started? Right. Yeah, I agree with Amelia here. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Helps the channel out. And subscribe if you're not already, because the chat is open to subscribers only. Demetrius, hello boys. He didn't sing Bowen on Fire in the pub last night. Guess he didn't get any of the misses down to business. Brilliant. Hopefully Bowen's on fire in midweek for you. Solanke carrying a knee injury for a while. Some days out, some days down. 2 home fixtures. Would 12th man be a bad move? I still like the 12th man move for Solanke. We haven't got many leaks coming today, but Bournemouth are taking the absolute mick on social media, on their Twitter page. They've posted like 2 pictures of Solanke. This morning they've done. You've got an hour to get your double game week players in your FPL team. That was Bournemouth putting a picture of Solanke, and then last night they had a picture of Solanke sort of doing some sort of like meditation position, saying all focus on tomorrow. So he's got to be starting, surely. You're the 12th man guy, Tony. Are you going to do it?
See, all this bloody talk of his knee, I've been banging on about this Solanke move, but he's putting me off. I'm just thinking if he's not training during the week, he's got a dicky knee. You get 10 minutes in first game and it goes. Like, he's carrying something which could be made worse. And I suppose you could say that for any player, any player you captain, they could always get injured. But I'd be so frustrated. I'll put it on him when his knee pops, like 20 minutes into the game. His goal scoring record since picking up this knee injury hasn't been the greatest. And then I will looking at the other options, because last week I brought in Semenyo, and he grabbed a goal. I brought him in FPL. Sorry. So just looking at the other options for Bournemouth, but we Justin Cliver, Marcus Tavernier.
Yeah.
They look decent, but it's just who's going to play. There's a little bit of rotation. Luis Sinistera is on the bench. So I've currently talked myself out of Solanke or Bournemouth. Oh, the fixtures look great. Are they going to be able to slap Sheffield United a little bit like Arsenal did? I don't know. I think the last time they met, Marcus Tavernier got 2 goals. I don't think Solanke scored against him. I think he blanked. I'm currently on Kudus 12 man.
I've got Solanke in pretty much every other fantasy format. He's my captain on FPL as well. I'd still back him if I had the chip. I think I'd do it this week.
So would you do him over a Kudus?
What for 12th man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think because of the penalties and main man, centre forward, I think I'd still do it. And I think if he gets injured, he gets injured. Like I think once you've played your 12th man, it feels. I mean, maybe it's because me and Ben didn't do very well with it, but it feels like it's not that big of a deal once you've played it.
Yeah.
That I would punt it, I think. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, I'm a bit weary about picking Solanke because he don't play for a top team. And will they make enough chances? They are quite an attacking team, though, aren't they? Mm. And like Tony says, if he gets another niggle, he'll be coming off because they won't want to risk it. So I'm not too keen on it. I wouldn't mind doing it on an Arsenal player because they're blanking 28.
Yeah.
So if you don't have
Odegaard.
Saka, Odegaard, we could bring them in for the 2 games. And I don't mind bringing in Kudus as a wild card. I fancy him to do it well, but I want Bowen as well. So you could have Bowen and Kudus.
The double up will be a differential, won't it? Not many people have the West Ham double up.
I looked at the predicted lineup. Yeah, I looked at the predicted lineups, and it looks like Martinelli ain't going to be starting for Arsenal. Looks like Trossard's going to be playing. So he could be in a differential, but will he play both games?
Yeah. We've got ourselves another super chat. Kyle again. Cheers, Carl. Supporting the channel big time here.
Cheers, Carl.
$4.99.
Cheers, Carl.
He's going to stick with Saka as the captaincy. We've persuaded him with going Saka. He's on his way up to Barnsley away game. Have a good weekend. Hopefully, we all horn our teams. Have a good one.
Barnsley away game.
Who you play? Who's that then?
I'm just checking now. League One. Up to Barnsley.
Lincoln City.
Lincoln City. Up the Imps.
I'll say he must be a Lincoln fan.
Yeah, Asbestos won't be happy. I just said that. He's Barnsley, isn't he?
Have a good one, mate. Cheers for the
have a good one.
Chat.
Cheers, Carl.
Jules H. Best captain this week, Saka, Bowen or Watkins. Was that all 3 of us on Saka at the moment?
Yeah.
Yep, currently.
The sort of thinking that I had, I mean, I think they're all good options. All double game week players, all got decent fixtures. Watkins probably got the hardest fixtures, but Spurs love putting their defence up on the halfway line, don't they? I think that plays into Watkins' hands. But the way I looked at it was just, when I looked, Watkins is all goals, assists or shots. Bowen's similar. If he doesn't score, he's not really getting that much. He does get the odd tackle. But Saka just seems to smash bonus, doesn't he? Chances created, shots on target, the lot. And I think if Saka doesn't get a goal or an assist, he still sometimes ends up with 5 or 6 points. So that's why I liked Saka the most.
Yeah,
that's what making me think Kudus over Bowen, but because he could just get a 5 point if you don't score or assist. But yeah, my Patreon Cup rival, he's got Bowen in his team, and I look like I'm bringing Bowen in. Maybe I should bring Kudus in.
I think you've just got to play normally, haven't you, on that?
Yeah, the 2 transfers I'm bringing him, he's already got, so it's a bit. He'll end up having, unless he does some transfers, he'll end up having only 3 different players to me.
Got a handy stat from Philip. Liverpool have scored in their last 24 league games at Anfield. Man City haven't kept a clean sheet at Anfield for the last 24 matches. Blimey.
I fancy Liverpool. Do you? What do you think?
Joel, I think City are going to win it. But I think it's going to be like a 3-2. I think it's going to be a mad one.
I hope it is a mad one, and I hope City win.
For the title race, I think I'd probably like City to lose. Actually, Nathan Reeve, hi lads. Hold Gross for 1 more week or switch to Salah. Getting Gross out early would mean not worrying about carrying a player with no game next week. Ben, you on Gross?
Yeah, I've still got him. I think it depends on how many blank players you'll end up with next week. At this moment in time, I'll be looking to use my 2 transfers to get Gabriel and Gross out next week and carry Saka for the week. If Hull Gross against Salah, I wouldn't do it to plan for next week. Plan for this week, just as long as you've no other fires to put out. Obviously, I'd rather probably have Salah than Gross, but Salah might miss one anyway, which is a midweek game. I guess he'll get a few minutes, but yeah, Gross probably play both, I guess. 290 minutes. So I'd keep him. I keep him. I'm getting myself mixed up here. I keep Gross this week. If you want Salah, I'd probably look for somebody else to bring him in, not a doubler.
Yeah, I've got this dilemma because I've got Rodri and Gross. Rodri single game week this week, but he's been smashing it, Rodri. I don't really want to sell him, but Gross has got a double this week, but blanks next week. So, yeah, I'm probably going to do Rodri out this week just because he not blanks. He's got one game, and it's Liverpool. Keep Gross for this, and then sell Gross next week when he blanks. But
yeah,
it's only a single game week next week, so if you have any blankers, it's only one game you're going to miss out on. So it's not too bad.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just want Salah in. I know it goes against what we normally do, but I'm just feeling it this week for him. So yeah, maybe do it. Should we speed through these a bit more? It's 11.
Yeah.
Just gone 11 o'clock. So we've got half hour. Make sure you've checked your teams, checked your captains. Lads, have you set your teams? Be embarrassing if we missed our own teams on the stream. It's going to happen one day. I've already got mine locked in here.
I think it's set.
Right, let's speed through these a bit more.
Hey.
My coffee's kicking in.
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on. No, I'll say it after the deadline stream's over. I'll say at the end. Save time.
Let's go. So, Philip, Ruben Diaz out for a Liverpool defender. KDB out for Salah or Nunez. What do you reckon? I don't mind the Diaz one, although Diaz does seem a little bit more nailed than what Ake's been. KDB out for Salah or Nunez. What do you think of that one, lads?
No,
I wouldn't for a Liverpool player. I've just been toying with the idea of taking De Bruyne out myself and keeping Van Heck for the double. So I've been giving up Gabriel, taking De Bruyne out and maximise the doubles this week. But yeah, I wouldn't do it to a Salah or Nunez.
Yeah, I'd keep De Bruyne just because he looks like he's going to be a differential there because everyone's on about selling him.
I've seen a lot of it.
And he can just, he's going to definitely play these fixtures over the next, what is it? I'll just pull it up. They've got Liverpool, Newcastle at home, Arsenal at home, and Villa at home. All massive games. He's going to play in them games. And you know what they call him? Big Game Kev.
Yeah.
So he can go off in any of them games. I'd hate it if you'd sell him and then he goes off.
And then he can play those
what was
games.
The other one?
I was going to say he can play them games, and then there's the international break as well in it, so there's time to recover.
Yeah. 91% owned in the top 1K. De Bruyne at the moment.
Right, this one. Walker out for Gabriel if he already has Saliba. This is CLM done. What do you reckon?
I like the double up. Obviously, then you will have both of them blank in the week after. If you're happy to have to use a transfer next week off getting off at least one of them, then yeah, why not?
Yeah, I like it. Arsenal, blank in 28, but Man City's got hard fixtures, so they're probably going to concede in pretty much all them games. And it's still a 2 for 2 with Man City. So you're getting your 2 off Arsenal, and it's 2 off Man City over 2 game weeks. Then the fixtures for Arsenal are pretty decent after the Man City game in the international. You've got the international break, then Man City, then Luton, then Brighton, and then it might be in the Champions League still. So it could be a nice differential if you jump on Arsenal early, instead of like going for Man City or Liverpool if you're chasing. It's only 1 game less.
Obviously, shout out to Baz in the chat. Sofal, 87th minute. He's getting back on him. Nitesh has asked about the Solanke 12th man, but I think we've mentioned that quite a few times now. So we'll try and do ones we haven't covered. Dylan is going for it. Watkins captain. Stone's out for Bradley. Gross out for Salah. So he's got three transfers there. Is it? No, 2 transfers and then Watkins captain. Yeah, good differential.
Good option.
Salah or Solanke? I'm doing Salah in this week.
Neither.
You two are avoiding Salah, but I'm going to go for him.
Solanke
again. Van Dijk and Bradley in defence, along with Diaz. Diaz out for Arsenal defender, or triple up on Liverpool with Robertson.
Arsenal defender. Likelihood of the rest tonight in that midweek game.
Yeah, I think probably bring an Arsenal defender is more nailed. Robertson, like you say, might get rested anyway midweek. And then it's still a 2 for 2, and it's a nice differential bringing an Arsenal defender in.
Yeah,
Gabriel's probably the best one for attacking returns.
Yeah, I really do like that Arsenal defence for this week. And I agree with the earlier comment. It does feel like the blank is putting us off of what looks just really, really good on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another gross for Salah, or hold for now and take out some City players. Currently has Walker, Diaz, Foden, KDB and Haaland. I would keep Foden, KDB and Haaland. I don't think there's any need to get them guys out for these massive games.
Yeah.
But I'd maybe lose a defender.
Yeah, I mean, gross for Salah. No, I'd just leave that for now. Tidy up Walker and Diaz, or at least Walker. Leave Diaz in, depending on how many subs and other things you've got to do. But yeah, gross is doubling this week. Earmark him to get rid of next week.
Agree. Totally agree.
Miss Noopy has to get rid of 2 City players. One's Walker, the other has to be KDB or Foden. Thinking keep Foden. So the question is, do you agree? Maybe on the City defender, like we said, but I think a lot of us don't want to get rid of KDB or Foden. So maybe only do it if you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have to, it has to be KDB out of them two, I think, because he gets rested more.
Just a lovely compliment there from Lukey. Loving the deadline streams.
Cheers, mate.
If you use 12th man, I still get captaincy for a different player. Yeah, you still get your captaincy for someone else. You can't captain your 12th man. I think Ashley Jones is saying Trippier to Gabriel or Bradley.
Gabriel.
I think a lot of us are going Gabriel this week.
Agree.
Kudus or Bowen? Quick fire. Tony?
Would you have both? Would I have both? Yeah, I've got both sat in my team. I've brought Bowen in for Alvarez currently, and I've got my 12th man sat on Kudus.
Ooh. Yeah, I like it. Go for both.
If I had to pick one and not sit on the fence, I'd go Bowen.
Yeah, I'd go Bowen. I'm going Bowen, I think.
They are great picks, though, both of them, I think. What do we think of De Bruyne out and Haaland for Saka as a 1-week punt? No, for Solanke. I don't think mess with Haaland at all.
No.
Not for me. Another big game player.
The De Bruyne one, the De Bruyne to Saka, if that's the move for this week, yeah, I can see that why you do that. Not the Haaland one, though. No.
Yeah. If you can take out someone else, it'd be better. But yeah, De Bruyne to Saka is all right for this week.
Stu says, does he do Alvarez to Salah? And then Ken to
Who's
Luis
Ken?
Diaz? Who's Ken?
Who's Ken?
Ryu Ken, Street Fighter.
Great differential, that Ken. No, I'm not sure.
Is he meant to be KDB?
KDB to Luis Diaz or Douglas Luiz. No, I don't. None of us like KDB out, do we?
No.
No, I don't.
Could pay off, but I don't like it.
Right, try and keep rushing through these. So 12th man, Solanke or Solanke game week 27 or Nunez game week 29, 12th man. I'd go Solanke this week.
I just know after all the speak about it, it's going to burn me. And Kudus will get a red card and Solanke's going to get a hat-trick. Might go Solanke this week out of them two options.
We've got another one here. So last man standing at work, who do you guys pick to win this week? As I've already used United and can't use them again. What is this? I've not done this before.
You got to pick a team to win every week. Yeah. Is he not? He's already used Arsenal as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tricky.
Bournemouth.
West Ham.
Yeah, Bournemouth for West Ham.
Right.
Yeah. Salah or Solanke for an Alvarez replacement? Big question. I'm doing Salah in mine.
Yeah, I do Salah. It's more of a long term.
You keep it.
Yeah.
Areola, best pick for keeper at the minute. Areola didn't play Europe. Fabianski did. So he's not a doubler. Not a doubler. Probably Kelleher at the moment, would you say?
Yeah, Kelleher or Martinez are the most nailed keepers. I like Kelleher for this period. I think Alisson should be out until April at the moment, looks like.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and pick out ones that we've not sort of gone for already. Matt Wooley's reckons Brighton at home are a different side to Brighton away. They could still get through. And they're not overturning a four goals. No chance. No chance. Palmer a hold. Anyone think Palmer's a hold?
Do you know, I've not even looked at his fixtures or anything.
Oh, he's got 4 home games in a row, hasn't he? It's Newcastle. Then he's got Leicester at home in the FA Cup next week, and then Burnley and Man United. I don't mind it. Because it's only one extra game out of a European player if you're going to do it. If you're going to move him on.
Yeah. Good option for a differential.
I'm going to bring this one up because it says, if not this week, for the best week to use 12th man chip. Obviously, a lot of talk of Solanke. I like 20. If you've not got like part of the bus or something to use in game week 29, I'm liking Son for that week. I think it's Luton and West Ham in 29. So I think that could be a good one, potentially.
Yeah. I think we touched on that last week as well, didn't we? That obviously Spurs with that double, like the likes of Maddison, Son come into play there.
Simon, shout out to Simon, regular watcher. He's taking out Aki for Gabriel, same as I am. But who does he take out of his 5-man midfield for Salah or Darwin? The similar question we're getting again. Foden, KDB, Gross, Bowen, Saka. They're all really good. Would you just wait and burn it?
I wouldn't burn it, but I wouldn't. I'd leave them 5 in. They're all right for this week.
Yeah.
Have you got another player, Simon? Another player up front who's playing? Who's your strikers and defenders?
Yeah.
Your strikers, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're too heavily on blankers, maybe you could get Gross out, but
yeah.
In fact, I'm looking at that and going, I like that midfield.
Yeah,
that's my midfield.
I think Niall's saying Luis or Kudus.
Oh.
I think that's Douglas Luiz, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, Kudus.
I
like both of them.
I think that Burnley fixture is a good fixture, so I'll go Kudus. Luis is a good longer term hold though.
Yeah.
Question mark. Robertson in for Trippier and Solanke in for Gross. Darcy.
I don't mind the Solanke in for Gross. Robertson probably get rotated. I'd probably bring an Arsenal defender in for this week for Trippier.
Yeah, I agree.
Lewis Edmund, Walker for Gabriel or Edison for Martinez. Emerson and injury risk. Yeah, Emerson went off about the 68th minute, I think, limping. I like Edison to Martinez. I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's a 5 for 3, isn't it? So Man City, Edison will play against Liverpool, won't play the FA Cup game, and then he'll play the double game week in 29. And Kelleher should play the next 5 games, shouldn't he? So, sorry, Kelleher, Martinez. Sorry,
Yeah,
Martinez will play the next 5 games.
We're almost catching up here, so I'll keep up the pace. Kudus for Gross. 4 blanks next week, so I need to reduce to 3. Yeah, do it.
yeah.
Shea
Sensible.
Issa. Sherrod Parkinson, greetings from Guyana again. I'm sure you tuned in last week, didn't he? So, greetings.
Greetings.
Mr. Reliable, Pascal Gross out for Bowen and Van Dijk out for Gabriel. Sitting in 191st. So nice position that. Yeah, I think those moves look good. Would you move Van Dijk out for Gabriel?
I'd look for somebody else in your defence first, but
Van Dijk's decent, isn't he?
yeah, Gross to Bowen.
And this could be a decent differential, you know. He's picking out Haaland as the captain.
Yeah.
I'd like to go for a doubler, but barely anyone's going to be going for Haaland, it feels like. I think we've got a captaincy poll going at the minute. I'm not sure who's winning. If anyone can see that at the moment. Matt Woolley, if you had 5 City players, Diaz, Rodri, Foden, KDB and Haaland, which one would you sell? Ben, you were thinking about selling Rodri, weren't you?
Yeah, I don't want to sell him, but I think I'm going to have to sell him just to get this. I want to target this Burnley fixture, so I'm going to bring Bowen in. But yeah, I could imagine Rodri scoring against Liverpool. He's just always pops up, doesn't he?
Games.
Yeah.
He's another big game player, Rodri.
Yeah. If you had to take one out, it'd have to be Diaz.
Yeah. Same.
Heath Robson was thinking of going rogue this week and putting in Captain Solanke, high risk versus high reward. Fingers hovering over the confirm button, just concerned about the dodgy knee talk. P.S. I like cake. He put the cake question in last week that we wouldn't read. I want someone to do the Solanke move. I want to cheer for someone. Go on, do it.
Yeah, it's one of them. Depends on your position and things like that. Do you need to take a high risk move? It
is high risk.
Yeah, if you're chasing, go for it. But if you're near the top of the leaderboard, you've got a chance of winning. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
We've had to answer this Gross or KDB out question quite a lot. I think it's Gross if you're going to end up with a lot of blanks later on. Saka or Solanke in for Alvarez? I think Saka. You got to have Saka this week. I think.
Yeah.
Mr. Reliable again, still got Max Captain and 12th man. When would you recommend using them? Obviously, Solanke will be popular this week. Saka, if you haven't got him already, because you haven't got to use a transfer, get him out again. 12th man, I liked that Son later on. Ben, you on your voice note, you covered Chips. Thoughts on the boosters?
Well, I said Max Captain's a good week this week because Haaland's only got 1 game and Salah is unreliable. He won't definitely play that Prague game. So it's a good week to do it. But Saka's the standout for me. So maybe save that. And then what was the other one? The 12th man. This is like we said before. If you haven't got any Arsenal midfielders, bring one in for this double game week, I think. Obviously, Saka or Odegaard are the best ones, or even go for like a Kudus or a Bowen. Arsenal blank next week, so it's quite a good week to do it if you're going to bring an Arsenal mid in.
Spot on.
Yep.
David Oliver, Trippier out for who? It's hard to know if we can't see the rest. But yeah, we're liking Gabriel if you've not got too many blankers. Yeah. If he hasn't got many Liverpool, who'd you choose at Liverpool if you had to?
It's gonna be Van Dijk.
I'm just thinking if he's already got blankers.
I'd probably go Bradley just because he's more chance of being played in the Europa just for this period. Obviously, Van Dijk's a better hold.
Stuart, Ken, bloody autocorrect. Give Ken the armband. Palmer in for KDB. Cole Palmer's got some good fixtures coming up. Yeah, 4 home games, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Looks good in that double as well that's coming in 29. Be a good differential.
Yep.
Salah or Nunes alongside Watkins and Haaland. Who'd you go for?
I think Nunes gets more minutes possibly this double if you're going short term. Long term, Salah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So
I think Nunes probably gets more
targeting this week. I'd probably go Nunes. Yeah.
Just a quick one. I always when these players are coming back from injury, I always bang on about I don't like bringing them in straight away, and I think Salah was one of it where it happened where he got brought in, and it was just too soon, and he pulled up again. There's nothing to say that won't happen again this week. I know he's trained most of this week, but yeah, just keep an eye on that. He's not somebody I want to bring in. I want to see him have a couple of games.
Saka's winning the captaincy poll at 55%. We've got 7 minutes till the deadline. So again, another reminder: set your captains, make sure your teams are locked in. Lads,
just confirm. Yeah, I'm locked in at the minute. I'll just keep having a quick glance at it. I don't think I'm changing.
So what was your moves? I'm doing Alvarez out to Salah, and I'm going to do Ake to Gabriel with the armband on Saka. Tony,
I've done Alvarez to Bowen, Van Heck to Gabriel, captains on Saka, and 12-man Kudus.
Nice. Ben?
Alvarez to Saka, captain Saka, and I'm taking out Rodri for Bowen.
I got hope for a quiet one for Bowen. Nick Anderton, do you think part of the bus is a no-go now? Trippier and Trent are out. Touch and go if they'll be back. Yeah, that's a tough one. If you're planning for 29, both of them are due back literally right after international, aren't they? So it's going to be hard to know. If you are planning to do it, maybe keep them as your last 2 moves, so that you can go to someone else, I guess. Any thoughts on 29?
I've got 3 Liverpool defenders already, so I'm set up for it if I want to do it. But if Trent's back, then I might have to sell Bradley. So yeah, it's a long way off yet, isn't it? It's like end of the month, so yeah. But yeah, start thinking of Hey,
we can go back to part of the bus actually because we've got 6 minutes left, and that's in the future. So White over Gabriel. We're both picking Gabriel, so I think he's got a goal in him.
I prefer Gabriel, but White scored last week, didn't he?
Yeah.
What's the ownership on that? White? It's very low. It's 1.2%.
1%. Yeah. Crazy. Good differential, I suppose. That Timber apparently he's training though, so he could potentially come in and out every now and again.
Zinchenko's back, I think.
I don't know if he's back. I'm not sure if he's back yet. I wouldn't trust him yet.
Potentially back.
Do you think this is a good shout? Edison and Alvarez to Martinez and Bowen.
Yeah,
I think that sounds good.
Yeah, I like it.
Clarkey just confirming that Saka's not injured and he felt sick during the game. Yeah, and there's a reliable page that I follow, like a journalist guy, and he said that Saka trained yesterday, so not really a concern, I don't think now. What do we reckon? Solanke and Cash in for Walker and Alvarez. Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm not too sure about the Villa defence with Cash, but
No, he's very attacking Cash, though, isn't he? But
good to start the season, wasn't
he? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
the nice differentials, especially if you're chasing.
Could get stuck with Cash though, couldn't you? If because Conser only misses one game in the Europa League.
Yeah.
Dan Deakins, Saka or Bowen for captain. All three of us are on Saka, so that hopefully clears it up. Heath he's bottled the Solanke move as he's dropped to 99th this week, and he's gone for Kudus and decided to captain Saka. Sorry,
Heath.
Yeah,
I'm with you with a Kudus.
Sounds sensible. Sensible. Oh, Harso, 8th in the world, but looking like he has to take KDB out. Is it too risky?
You don't have to take KDB out, mate. You're in a great position there in 8th. Be nice to see your team and what other options you had and why you had to take KDB out. But great rank, mate. Well played.
Yeah, if KDB, if you sold KDB and he goes off this week, it's going to hurt your rank.
Yeah, I still think if I was in that position, like, take the punts with the outside players. Don't take the punts with Haaland, KDB, Foden. Yeah, like it's your people like Gross or your defenders. I feel like you could maybe make gains with. I think, but who are we to tell 8th in the world?
Tony, did you say you're bringing Bowen in? Bowen and Kudus?
Yeah, I'm going for the double up, mate.
Okay, cool.
I just know what's happening. Burnley are going to absolutely shaft me, aren't they? They're going to win 1-0. Bowen misses a penalty and Kudus gets a red card.
Company scores a screamer.
KDB to Saka. I go with that all week. If that's how you can get Saka in, that's down to funds or you've not got the 12 man or something, then I agree with that. Yeah,
that's probably just about the only person that's probably going to be more highly owned. Yeah, get Saka. Get Saka in. You can always.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go like KDB to Salah. I wouldn't even do that. Saka's probably the only player.
Yeah.
FPL man, Saka or Bowen captain, Saka. All three of us are on Saka.
Yep.
We're in the last 2 minutes. Anyone want to drop a quick question in? We are up to we're up to date with all the questions. Well.
Feel like I'm talking 100 miles an hour there.
If you bring Saka in, it's like it's a quadruple in it because it's 2 captaincies, 2 games of captaincy, so it works out a 4 for 1 over KDB.
That is 1 minute to go.
1 minute. 1 minute to go.
Feel like they're waiting for New Year.
Everton to beat United today.
Diaz for Salah or Diaz for Robertson?
I wouldn't take Luis Diaz out. No,
yeah.
I'd do Ruben Diaz for Robertson if
There's not much in that.
Prefer Gabriel though this week.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Deadline. Cheers, guys. That was good
everyone.
Fun. What's the teams then? Should we do the full teams back to front? Because we did our changes, but so I'm going into this with Ederson in goal, which I'm not overly happy about, but he'll have a bit more to do than usual, at least. Might not be a good thing.
Yeah.
I got Van Dijk, who probably isn't going to play the 2 now. Gabriel, I've got him in for these 2 games. I think that looks really good. And then Robertson as well. I doubt he'll play 2 either now. But I still think I've got City, Liverpool, Arsenal, 3 best defences. Saka as the captain. We're all in agreement with that. And I've kept Foden, De Bruyne, and Pascal Gross. Watkins, Haaland, Salah up front. What about you, Tony?
Not too dissimilar. Ederson, I've gone with. I don't change keepers, so he'll probably just stay there most of the season now. I've got Van Dijk and Gabriel. with Bradley, not Robertson. Again, I think Bradley's probably a little bit of a better one than Robertson this week because there's not as much cover on that side. Obviously, Tsimikas is just a shoe-in. He needs to come in for Robertson whenever he wants to rest Robbo for a game. So, yeah, I'm not holding out much hope for Bradley and Van Dijk getting any clean sheet points or out like that. So, bit of a write-off this week. I'm hoping Gabriel gets back-to-back clean sheets. Captain Saka, De Bruyne, Foden, Gross has survived. Bowen has come in for Alvarez. Watkins and Haaland up top. Which leaves me 3 blanks next week, which will be Gabriel, Gross, and Saka. So I'll probably be moving on, all being well. Gabriel and Gross will be coming out. And yeah, Saka I'll just hold for the blank. I've got Kudus as 12th man. That's my last chip done.
Hopefully you get more luck on that 12th man than we did.
Yeah.
I think he'll do that on bonus points.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think that's the idea with Kudus, isn't it? It's because even if you have a bit of a stinker, West Ham, like he still seems to get points. I think did he get 6 midweek against Freiburg? They lost 1-0. So yeah, hoping for if I get 15 points out of him, I'll be happy.
Yeah, Dubravka in goal for me. I was tempted to sell him for Kelleher, but I wanted to target that Burnley game, so I brought in Bowen for that. So I've still got Dubravka. I've got a back three, Liverpool back three of Bradley, Robertson, and Van Dijk. I know there's going to be rotation, but I just want Liverpool for the rest of the games. Gross, he's just got his head in the guillotine, ready to chop off. He's going after this week. Blanks next week. I've got Forest and Roma at home, so hoping for some bonus points and some assists and goals. Like I said, Bowen's in for Rodri with a heavy heart. I didn't want to sell him, but I had to make way because it's tough fixtures for Man City, and I just wanted to target that Burnley game, like I said, and the Freiburg at home. And that was between him and Kudus, but I just decided to go for the striker. Foden and De Bruyne still in there. Saka comes in for Alvarez finally. Alvarez gave us a nice see-off finally.
Yeah, we did.
So Saka's in. Captain, 2 home games against Brentford and Porto. Haaland and Watkins. Watkins got 2 nice. Well, I say nice. I think the 2 teams are playing are going to play quite high line, so I can see him getting in behind, getting opportunities. So I'm happy to have him in the team as well. 2 blanks next week. So we'll see what happens when they get to that point next week. I think I'm going to keep Saka through the blank.
Yeah. I'm on 3 blanks, so I'll be keeping Saka. What are you on, Tony? You got 3 or 2?
Yeah, 3 blanks. So I have Gabriel, Gross, and Saka.
So
Shall we have a look at see what the captaincy ended up like on FF stuff?
Yeah, I'm just refreshing it actually, but it's not updated
Yeah,
yet.
it should have updated, shouldn't it?
Have a look on your side, but for me, it's not. It's still on game week 26 at the moment.
Well, we've got our dream team meet up next week, haven't we? Next Sunday in Coventry.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Looking forward to it. Yeah. If anyone's interested, send us a message on Twitter and we'll tell you the details. We'll go into the We're going to watch the FA Cup matches in the pub, aren't we? Have a few beers and something to eat, and then we're going to the ice hockey at Coventry Blaze. They're playing the Real Madrid of hockey, aren't they? Sheffield Steelers. We got a box, so looking forward to that.
Man, Aman was here.
What's that?
Aman in the chat. He's going to be there.
Yeah,
you're right, Aman.
You're right, Aman.
Good morning, Aman.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good one.
Has it refreshed then the captaincy?
No, it's stuck on 26. I'll have to let Frank/Mike know.
Patreon Cup starts today as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, make sure you tell us if you're using a chip this week, because we need to take the boosters off of you. if you were.
I'm pretty certain that the opponents will let us know.
Yeah.
Our man's just choosing in. Our man's only just tuning in. You've missed all the fun, mate. Hope you've done your transfers.
What you done, our man?
Let us know you brought in, our man.
And let us know your transfers in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know what you're locked in on. Yeah, I thought this was going to update straight away. I'm going to close it all down and then open it up again just in case it's me. Match center. Yeah, no, still on 26. I want to know who's gone Solanke.
Be a few.
One last plug. If anyone's not one of our members already, there is a link in the description below for our Patreon community. We've got like a Discord with loads of Dream Team managers in there, chatting on a daily basis about Dream Team. We've got articles, early access to our weekly podcasts. So link in the description if you're up for that. Amelia, it's all Ken's fault.
Can we get a goal?
Ken's the highlight of the stream, I think.
Who's Ken?
Yeah, don't look like it's going to happen for game week 27. That's a shame. We'll have to cover that in the next episode of the pod. When we pod in Monday.
Yeah. Monday we've got Barnsley's own Bazbestas on, haven't we? He's doing very well in the leaderboard.
Yeah, still got his chips as well, hasn't he? Baz, he's fine.
I wonder if he's used one this week. Have you used one yet, Baz? Are you still there?
Stu's still here. We should get Ken in his 12th man.
Yeah, definitely.
Matthew Ellis, his colleague's gone Alvarez to Morris, captain. 12th man Solanke.
Wow.
I'm not having it. Like, I play FPL as well, and I've seen everyone doing this. Like, take Haaland out for Morris because he's gonna play an extra fixture. But it's Morris, isn't it? It's Morris. It's Haaland. I'm not having it. I know there's the whole he could get the appearance points for extra games, but nah, I'm not having that. Are you right, Jen? Martinelli not in the squad, but Zinchenko is back, so that might affect the Kivior minutes. Yeah, I feel a bit bad. Quite a lot of people were asking me about Kivior as an option, and I was saying I just wouldn't do it just because Zinchenko was back. At the start, I was saying it looked all right, but as soon as we heard Zinchenko was coming back, I've said no, but he's carried on doing well, so disappointing, but it was always going to end up being a transfer route. I'd like to see Kivior stay.
Don't worry about that. Zinchenko will be injured again within 20 minutes, so
they can't change it. We've been so solid.
Yeah, you've gone to the old Tony Pulis formation, haven't you? 4 centre-backs at the back.
Yeah. Where Tony Pulis does it. Tony Pulis does it. It's not fashionable. But then when Pep starts doing 4 centre-backs, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Shout out, Stu. Cheers for joining us, mate. That was good fun.
Cheers, Stu.
Yeah, cheers, Stu.
Right, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone. Cheers for joining us. And catch us on the next one next week. See you later.
Yeah. Cheers everyone. Have a nice game week.